a baked honey mustard chicken, and I thought I'd bring you along for the ride. This is really easy and can really be made quickly. It's one of those dinners you fix and you pop in the oven and you go do something else while it's baking. So this is really good for a night when you're really busy or have a lot of things to do and you need to multitask. So let's get started. I have in my foil pan 6 chicken breasts. This is 2 packages. My grocery store locally recently had the boneless, skinless chicken breast, buy 1 package, or buy 2 packages to get 3 free. So we're going to use those. I had them in my freezer, and they're perfect. And I'm just going to set these aside for right now. We're going to make the sauce, and what goes into the sauce is some honey, some Dijon mustard, and a little bit of a cheat. We're going to put some zesty Italian dressing or any kind of Italian dressing that you have on hand. I'm also going to use some thyme, and I'll give you those measurements as I go here. So what I'm going to do, this is some local honey that I pick up at a farmer's market, and I had this Italian dressing on my pantry shelf, and I decided I'm going to go ahead and use it. I'm going to use a half a cup of Italian dressing, and I'm going to use a half a cup of honey. And you see how I put the Italian dressing in first? That way the honey kind of releases itself from the measuring cup instantly.
You use the smallest bowl.
What?
You always use the smallest bowl.
But that's going to be big enough. Let's see. Oop, I need a spoon. And I need a half a cup of Dijon mustard. And I may have to go and find myself another jar of mustard. So, if you'll excuse me one moment, I'll be right back. Okay, I found my mustard. Don't you hate it when you know you have something? And it's not like I keep a ton of Dijon mustard on hand, but now I know it's time to go back to Big Lots because this is my last jar. Okay, so we've got a half a cup of dressing, a half a cup of honey, and a half a cup of Dijon mustard in here. And I know some of you are probably going to ask me, can I use regular hot dog mustard, yellow mustard? I suppose you could, but I don't know that it's going to be as tasty. I prefer the Dijon. That's just my preference. If you prefer the yellow mustard, then go ahead and use that instead. And I'm going to taste this for sweetness. That's really good. That is really good.
I second that.
I like that. Okay. Sometimes you want to adjust because if you have a different kind of dressing, you might need a little more honey or a little more mustard.
You need to drain that?
Yeah. And I just, I rinsed my chicken breasts off before I put them in the pan, so there's some residual water in here. And I'm just going to drain that off. And all we're going to do is simple as this. And I want to get every drop of goodness out of that bowl.
I could have done that.
Get every drop of goodness. I'm sure that you absolutely could have, sweetheart. I absolutely have no doubt about that. All right. Now the only other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of thyme over top, just a little. And then I'm going to cover this with some foil, and I'm not going to cover it with foil. I'm just going to place this in the oven, but I'm going to get a baking sheet. All right, let me get a piece of parchment paper just so I don't end up with a mess. Oh, it's time to get out more parchment. Alright, I guess I won't use any parchment today, but I'm pretty sure this won't boil over. Alright, I have my oven preheated at 350 degrees. I'm just going to place it in there for 30 minutes, and I'm going to make a couple of sides to go with that. While I'm gone, when this is ready to come out of the oven, I'll come back, I'll let you see what it looks like, and you know what we're going to do. I'm going to fix you a plate, because I know you're hungry. I'll be back in a little bit. And it has been just about 35 minutes because we were busy doing other things and we were waiting for our rice to cook. And there it is. It looks really good, and it smells really good too. And it's nice. It's not a very thick sauce. And that's one of the reasons that I didn't cover it in the oven, because if you did, then it really would just be way too thin. But you don't want to overcook it either. So I made some long grain and wild rice and some green beans, and I think it's time to fix you a plate. So let's see. I got a piece of chicken. Some rice.
Sauce on the rice.
Green beans. He's whispering, put sauce on the rice. And I will. Put a little extra sauce over the chicken. A little sauce over the rice. And there you have it. Baked honey mustard chicken with long grain wild rice and green beans. That was really quick and easy, and you can make it most likely from ingredients you already have in your refrigerator. It's not like you have to go out and buy something special. Most of the people I know have honey, they have mustard, and they have Italian dressing of some sort or another. So I hope you try this, and I hope you enjoy it. And until next time, I'll see ya!